Hello all. Welcome to our channel. Do not forget to subscribe our channel. And our current topic is
5 Type Secrets of the INFJ Personality Type. INFJ, or stand for introversion, intuition, feeling, judging, is the rarest of the 16 Myers-Briggs personality types, making up only 1 to 2% of the population. People who identify as INFJs are deeply complex, highly sensitive individuals. They ask the questions that others aren't asking, such as, why are we here, and what is the meaning of this life we live? In relationships, INFJs can be warm and friendly. They are generally well liked by the people who are privileged to know them. Yet at other times, they can be distant and analytical, retreating into themselves. INFJs often grow up feeling profoundly different from other people. They care deeply about others and like being a part of a community. Yet because of their big picture perspective on life, they may always feel like an outsider looking in. Like a rose, INFJs have many layers. They will probably not reveal all those layers to you right away. However, the longer you are in an INFJ's life, and if an INFJ trusts you, the more petals you will discover, all the while moving further inward toward the core of the INFJ's true self. Sometimes even INFJs don't fully understand themselves. So let's take a look at some of the secrets of what it means to be an INFJ personality type. Number 1. INFJs feel profoundly misunderstood. INFJs, do you feel like people rarely get you? When you start to talk about something you care about, do you notice others failing to grasp why it really matters? If so, you're not alone. Many INFJs feel deeply misunderstood. The reason many people are not on the same wavelength as the INFJ is because the INFJ's dominant function is introverted intuition. A personality type's dominant function is the primary way that person takes in and processes information. It's the main way a person interacts with the world. NI subconsciously notices patterns. Specifically, INFJs notice patterns related to human nature, because their secondary function, extroverted feeling, orients them toward people. NI works mysteriously and subconsciously. It allows the INFJ to know information without knowing why or how they know it. Their sixth sense can be difficult to explain to other people, says personality profiler Antonia Dodge, who co-owns Personality Hacker. Often INFJs give up trying to explain their ability. Or they don't try at all, because they know how unusual it sounds. This leaves them feeling isolated and misunderstood. Number 2. INFJs absorb other people's emotions. INFJs, has this ever happened to you? You're going through life, feeling fine. But then, a close friend calls you. She's really struggling with something. She and her boyfriend broke up, or her boss insulted her. The more you talk, the more you feel your own mood deflating. When you get off the phone, you're rattled and preoccupied with anxious thoughts. This situation happens frequently to INFJs, says Dodge, because they tend to take on other people's emotions. No other Myers-Briggs personality type has this unique ability. Some INFJs even report absorbing the emotions of strangers. An INFJ may suddenly feel grumpy, only to look around the room and discover a grumpy-looking person has just walked in. The closer the person is emotionally to the INFJ, like a spouse or best friend, the more likely it is that the INFJ will absorb that person's mental state. To feel not only your own strong emotions, but those of other people, too, can be overwhelming. But the INFJ's ability can also be used to bring emotional healing and comfort to others. the ability to unconsciously absorb other people's emotions with very little information to go on. How is that not a superpower? Says Dodge. INFJs have the ability to get inside the suffering of others and tell them it's going to be okay. Number 3. INFJs have amazing long-range forecasting abilities. Sometimes INFJs may feel like prophets or fortune tellers. That's because NI helps them see the big picture, notice patterns, and make predictions for the future based on the patterns they've observed. For example, let's say an INFJ meets a new love interest. Right away, possibly within minutes, they start predicting where the relationship could go. Could they see themselves marrying this person, or would it just be a fling? If they don't think the relationship will bring the desired outcome, they may immediately cut themselves off from that relationship, explains Joel Markwitt, CEO owner of Personality Hacker. However, INFJs are not actually psychic. They see what could be, not necessarily what will happen with absolute certainty. But mature INFJs have honed their forecasting abilities well. Number 5. One of their greatest strengths is their ability to create intimacy. In the presence of casual acquaintances, INFJs might come across as quiet and reserved. Remember, they usually don't open up to people right away. But INFJs are actually extremely relational. Because they can feel other people's pain and joy, they are able to truly walk in another person's shoes like no other personality type can. This ability to empathize creates strong bonds of intimacy, says Dodge. All in all, that's the 5 type secrets of the INFJ personality type. Really cool information, isn't it? I'd like to see your opinions on this, and please do share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to give us account subs and watch other amazing videos on our channel. Thanks for watching.